Hello everyone, this is Aisha and welcome to a 50-second Kotlin tutorial. And in this tutorial, I'll be talking about the overriding methods in Kotlin programming language. So when working with inheritance, when we are working in inheritance and extending classes, which means that we have base class and we have the child class, then you can override the methods of the base class in the derived or the child class. For example, the methods that have same implementation can be overridden. For example, here we have a bird class which is a base class, and then we have these three child classes: parrot class, pigeon, and then we have sparrow. So now all of these classes contain a method which is called the display method, and the implementation of these methods is same. So now I can create this method in the bird class, and then I can override this method into parrot class, pigeon class, and sparrow class. So you do not have to define these functions separately. You just have to override the function, and then you can call the function by using the objects of one of these classes. So now let's create an example. Now first of all, I'm going to create a class, open class. This is because I have to extend this class. Then the name of the class, bird, parameters, and then the body of the class. So inside the body, I will have a function using the keyword fun display, and now this display fun has one parameter, and then we have the body. So inside the body, I'm going to print any message. For example, number of birds equal now. So now this display method can be overridden, and if you want to override this display method, then you have to use a keyword which is open with this function, and now you can override this method. Now I'm going to create another class which will be parrot class, empty parameters, and inherited from the bird class, empty parameters, and then we will have the body of the class. So now I'm going to override this display method. I have to use the keyword override, and then we will have fun display. Inside we will have for parameters, and then print line number of parrots equal num. So now we have a class bird which has display method, and then we have a child class parrot inherited from the bird class, and it contains the method display method of the base class. So we can say that we have overridden this display method. Now in the main function, I'm going to create an object for the bird class, b bird and empty parameters, and then I'm going to use this b dot display to call this method. Inside I have to pass any value, integer value. Then I'm going to create an object for the parrot class, empty parameters, p dot parrot, okay, display, and then for example 12. Now let's run the program. And you can see here number of birds equal 20, number of parrots equal 12. So what we did, first of all, we have created a class, bird class, and then we have inherited another class from this bird class. So inside this bird class we have a method, display method, and we have overridden this method in the parrot class. So then in the main function, we have created an object for the bird class and called the display method. Similarly, we have created another object of the parrot class to call the display method. Now I'm going to create another example in which I'll be calling the methods of the base class from this child class. So for this, let's remove these lines. And here we have the bird class, we have the display method, and number of birds equals here num, and then we have the parrot class, and inside the parrot class I'm going to call this function. So for this purpose you have to use the keyword super and then dot and then display num. So this num will be passed from the main function. So when we are creating an object, p equals parrot, and then I'm going to use this object to call the display method, and I'm going to pass any value, for example 12. So now when I pass 12 here, num equals 12. So inside this method we have again called the display method. So now this display method is of the base class because we have used the keyword super. So this is not the recursive call, this is the call to the method in the base class. So now inside this we have the parameter num, which is passed from here. So now I'm going to create an expression here that num is 12, so I'm going to add 8 to make it 20. So now the total number of birds equal 20 and the parrots are 12. Let's run the program and you will have the same output. And you can see we have the same output. Number of birds equals 20, number of parrots equals 12. So what we did, we have called the display method of the base class from the child class, and for this we have used the super keyword. If you do not use this super keyword, then display method, this will be a recursive call. So guys, that's it for this tutorial. Thank you guys for watching the video, and I'll see you in the next tutorial.